Good morning, Bhargav. It's Friday, the 14th of April. Here's the heads up brief for today. For the Southeast Asia production, we covered 13 issues. North Asia, we covered 4, and for Australasia and the Pacific Islands, we covered 5. In South Asia, we covered 16 issues, plus the major issues in Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
Thanks, Uday. Which are the major issues today?
Great. So in Indonesia, a follow-up to what I brought up yesterday is that the police's counterterrorism unit, Densus 88, arrested 4 more Jemaah Islamiyah terrorist suspects in Lampung, which sits on the southern tip of Sumatra. They said the terrorists were seeking to attack security forces, but the actual capabilities of the cells may not be that high itself.
That's interesting, Uday. A point to note here is the security forces are being proactive in tracking down such cells. Agreed on the capability itself. That's a big question mark.
Right. In Myanmar, several car bombs exploded at a pagoda in Lashio, Shan State, yesterday as people gathered to celebrate New Year. No group has claimed responsibility, but if this was by resistance forces, there could be some blowback.
That's interesting. Thank you.
In Timor-Leste, the election campaign period will begin on the 19th of April and will run till the 18th of May before the elections are held on the 21st of May. We're releasing an advisory on the campaign period shortly.
All right.
So in South Asia, Bhargav, in West Bengal and India, authorities seized explosives in Birbhum district. They found about 200 gelatin sticks. This comes amidst Home Minister Amit Shah's visit to the state and Bengali New Year. The district itself is a hotbed for communal violence.
Oh, that's interesting, and it's important to note the divisive and extremely tense political situation in West Bengal. The point to note here is that the political atmosphere is highly militant, and this is primarily due to the deeply entrenched nature of political parties within the society at the ground level. If we look at the trajectory in the last 30 to 40 years, the West Bengal the state of West Bengal was dominated by Communist Party of India, and they were in power from 1970s to 2010. And in 2010, there was a shift in the trajectory. Trinamool Congress has been dominant in the state. The militant nature of political parties, starting from Communist Party, has shifted over to the BJP as well as Trinamool Congress, and the signs of the same is being witnessed right now with the explosives and the communal tensions and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, those are all good points, Marvin. Thanks. Moving over to Pakistan, the government is forming a body to convince coalition partners to try to sit down with Imran Khan to resolve the political crisis and break the deadlock.
I guess better late than never. I do not really have much of hope in such a diplomatic meetings between two political parties or multiple political parties. So let's see how this turns out.
Right. Moving over to Europe. So protests against pension reform continue in France. In Paris, protesters yesterday entered the headquarters of the luxury clothing company. Earlier in the week, they also stormed into BlackRock's main office. Protests have become slightly smaller in size. Yesterday, it was about 400,000 people across the country as compared to 550,000 people last week. But clashes and disruptions continue.
Okay. The protests and such disturbances in France are not unheard of. Every time there is an unfavorable law, people come onto the streets, block supply, attack corporations. So hopefully this will be brought under control by the security forces, and there'll be a political solution for the entire fiasco.
Great. Lastly, Ukraine is calling for NATO to be more active in the Black Sea in terms of security and integrate Ukraine's air and missile defenses with NATO members. Russia said that the Black Sea should not become a NATO sea and it's open to all.
All right.
That's the brief for today, Bhargav. Anything else from you?
Nothing from my end. Thanks.